Is it already recording?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, so welcome to our girls podcast.
Episode 3?
Episode 3?
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, well, yeah. Episode 3. Would you say we're still trying to come up with an official name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
so
still in the working progress.
Yeah, so this is just an extension of JDC. But welcome our guests here, John.
Hello. I'm so happy to be back. Thank you.
And if you haven't already, check out our first podcast where he's on. He talks a little bit about himself, but today it's gonna be a little different.
More like a hangout, conversation.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to, like, I was so vulgar last time. Like, I was like 10 minutes in and I was like, pussy dick. So.
You can be vulgar, it's okay.
Okay, got you.
Since, what? It's already July, so how did you spend Pride Month?
Oh my god, Pride Month was so good.
How was the parade?
Dude, it was fucking amazing. It was the second time that I went. The first time that I went was like right after I came out my junior year of high school.
Okay.
And I don't know if have you guys ever been to the Pride Parade?
Yeah.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
So much fucking fun, bro.
It's the energy there.
The energy, it's like the happiest place on earth, literally. Like, everyone is so happy in those damn streets. Yeah. And there's just music everywhere. They close off, like, most of the streets, so it's like you get to walk around. We had a fun time. We spent the time at Washington Square Park. Okay. But bitches were fighting, like,
really?
They were pulling out tasers, beating ass. I was like, guys, where's the love? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, there was just a ton of fights, but it was kind of fun because the last time I saw a fight was like Franklin, and I haven't seen a fight since. So like we were up there like just watching people like tase each other and shit, and it was like, ah! But no, it was a really good time. It was so fun.
And it didn't rain because I could have sworn it was ugly that day.
No, it rained earlier in the day, but right when the parade started and stuff, it stopped. God was like, I'm gonna let y'all have this one thing. I'm gonna let y'all have this one day. But no, it was a fun ass fucking time. It was. I don't know if you guys have ever tried like Henny coladas or like street drinks. You know how people like will sell shit in the street?
No.
Okay, well I always buy like homemade shit that people make. I don't know how I just trust them. They'll be like, here's this bottle of Henny, and I'm like, okay, thank you. But I got this like Henny. It was Henny water, and it deadass was just Henny and water. Like I thought it was gonna be like some like nice mixed drink or something like nice and Caribbean or some shit. It was Henny and water. So I was fighting for my life that day. Like I was so fucked up that day.
Do you normally drink Henny?
I don't, because I feel like Henny, I'm either like horny as fuck or I'm fighting somebody. Or like me and my friends are fighting. Like we're not gonna
So then what's your go-to drink when you go out?
I love coconut rum.
Okay.
I feel like that's like very childish though. Like I feel like that's real childish. But another childish thing, I do mini shot, like the little mini shots, and you just kind of like chase them. Yeah. That or just like street drinks or like anything they sell on the street. I'm like, here, take my money, bitch. And I'm drinking that shit. Yeah.
Gives you a buzz, right?
No, literally.
Okay.
How's it been for you not being able to like?
It's there. I mean, I miss it. I wish I could just be like, yo, like, for example, like, if I get, like, in a minor little fight with Steven, I wish I could be like, yo, that's how I'm gonna go out with my girls tonight, but I can't. I'm like, my ass is staying right at home.
Yeah.
Can't even get fried. It's alright, though. 3 more months and we're there. Almost
Bitch,
done.
I'm gonna pay for your drinks.
Yo.
Like, the first time we go out.
Oh my god, I'm so sad, because I don't even think you'll be here
No,
for
I
my
won't even
baby
be.
shower.
I won't even be here. When is it?
It's in September.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's okay when you
Y'all
come
better
back.
FaceTime
When you
me,
fucking come back.
No, when I come back,
we're going out.
No, true. I'm gonna like put the baby down and be like, we're going to the bar, bitch. We going to the pub.
Exactly. But how about you though? What's your go-to drink when you go out?
I like what's that drink? It's like tequila. No, tequila sunrise.
What is that?
So it's basically tequila, orange juice, and cranberry juice. It's really good. It's like fruity and strong.
I love a good fruity drink. I love a good fruity drink.
I haven't tried any dark liquor yet though.
Really? So
like, I've never had Henny or anything like that.
That's crazy.
Really? It will take you places that you might not want to go with a gun. Like, it's kind of scary sometimes. Like, if you're in a friend group and y'all drinking Henny, y'all are not leaving friends. I'm just going to say that. You're going to, like, the friend group's going to go down by one.
No, Henny, I'm actually really good with Henny.
Really?
The one thing you can't give me is rum.
Oh.
I'll black out.
Damn.
I'll
Really?
act crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So don't give me Bacardi. Or it's over.
Bacardi is so fucking ass though. I fucking hate Bacardi. I like rum, but I fucking hate
That's
Bacardi.
the only rum I've tried.
I feel like what are the other kinds of rum?
I don't know. I just drink whatever says rum on the fucking thing, and I'm like, oh y'all, do y'all fuck with Malibu? I know that's like fucking childish as fuck, but like I love Malibu.
I don't think
You never
I drink
tried?
it like that.
Only like in mixed drinks, I think. I've had
Yeah.
them.
But you know what? You put me onto Casamigos when I was at your event, but just because I've never been able to afford it, so like the fact that it was just there, I was just like, yo,
Oh
that
my
shit was
God.
crazy.
No, honestly, that day was kind of crazy because I think we went through like 3 bottles of liquor.
Yeah, everyone was just drinking.
Yeah, that was.
Y'all must have sold that house for 3 bottles of fucking Casamigos. What the fuck, dude?
No.
Jason, you drink with me. Oh wait, am I allowed to?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, am I allowed to address them? You drank with me, and bro, I don't think I've ever felt alcohol that fast before. Like, I put my like lips on the fucking cup and already was drunk as fuck. Like, oh my god,
But you
that shit
didn't
was
even
crazy.
seem like you were fucked up.
Oh, cause I'm really good at like hiding it. I'm good at hiding it. Just don't check my Twitter. Like, do not check my Twitter. I'm like tweeting the most craziest
Oh
shit
my
ever.
god, no.
So do you feel like you can mask your emotions well?
Ooh,
Like-
that was a good segue. So I've always been really good at hiding when I'm like really high or drunk. I'm really good at that. Like I'm really good at like being able to like take my brain out of that just for a bit, you know.
Okay.
As for emotions,
I don't know.
in
I
general,
gotta see you high.
Really?
I gotta see you high as fuck for me to be like, all right.
Me and my friends, we would do this contest where we'd stop, like we'd be high as fuck and we'd be like, okay, everyone act normal for like 5 minutes, and we'll try to act normal. It's like the funniest shit ever. But as for like emotions and shit, that's a really good question. Some emotions, yeah, I guess. I am a very high functioning Aries, so like no matter what's going on in my life, like I'm gonna go out in the morning, like, you know what I mean, I'm doing shit. And so I guess in that sense, yes. But I'm also a baby, like I'm so emotional, so I don't know, what about you guys?
I feel like I'm emotional, but I try to like hide it.
Really?
But, like,
What's your sign?
Cancer.
Oh, it's your season!
June 26th is my birthday.
Oh shit, happy late birthday.
Thank you. But yeah, like I feel like if you really know me, then you know exactly how I'm feeling, even though I'm trying to hide it, which I kind of hate when people can read my emotions.
No,
then I
true.
feel like, because then they're gonna want to talk about it, and I just want to like.
You don't like confrontation?
No, I'm trying to get used to it, but I hate confrontation. If someone comes up to me like trying to like start like an argument or something, I'm like, no, I'm good. Like I
Oh
can't.
my god, no.
Do you like confrontation?
I don't know if anyone likes it. I mean, some people do like confrontation, but
It's not that I feel like a lot of people avoid confrontation. So I feel like I can't really say, like, I feel like I'm really open about stuff that I'm bothered about.
Yeah.
Without having to say it. Like, it's more so like my body language. So I feel like, I don't know, but I feel like just based off body language, a lot of people avoid, even me, like, we avoid confrontation. Let's be real.
Do you feel
avoid
like when you get upset and you have like an attitude, like do you feel like you can tell like people are noticing you're trying to like hide it?
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah. But I don't know, I think I'm pretty open. In the sense of like I won't hide how I'm feeling in the
Yeah.
moment. Like you can tell when a bitch is annoyed.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, I've never seen you annoyed, but I think I could tell if you were annoyed. I think you'd
Yeah.
probably just wear it on your face.
Like-
I also wear it on my face,
Yeah,
too.
like you're just open. Like, I don't know. But then again, we as human beings may be open about it because our body language, sometimes we can't help it. But we won't say it. Because again,
Yeah.
we avoid naturally confrontation.
For me, when I'm annoyed, I hate when people talk to me. I hate when people talk to me. I'm also a person that, like, I will be so mad at you for 5 minutes, and then I'm done. And then I'm like, just get, like, if I'm mad at you, give me 5 fucking minutes, and then we're good after that.
Oh,
We're good.
no, I mean, that's good.
But I hate when people talk to me when I'm mad. I hate it. I hate it. Let's talk this through. Give me a fucking minute, bitch. Like, damn. But yeah, I used to not be very confrontational at all. And then I realized that it's sometimes confrontation in general is like very necessary. And it doesn't always have to be so aggressive. I don't think confrontation has to be so aggressive. But you realize that once you start being confrontational or just like bringing stuff up when things like kind of rub you the wrong way, people stop fucking with you. or like they know like, okay, I can't do this because they will literally say something in a minute. Like I think the people in my life know like, oh, he's gonna say some shit. You know what I mean? So I love being confrontational, but not in an aggressive sense.
Well, no, but I think that's good because you're vocalizing. How
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel.
Exactly, but it's so uncomfortable though. Having to tell someone that they upset you is so fucking uncomfortable. Oh, I fucking hate it.
Especially,
Here you go.
I was gonna say, especially when it comes to like a work environment.
Oh my god!
It's like, fuck.
Oh my
How do
fucking god! How do you?
How do
Yeah.
I say this without sounding like the biggest bitch right now? The biggest bitch in the office, like.
No, literally.
It's so awkward.
My job in June, so they do this thing where they have like newsletters every month.
Mm-hmm.
And in June, so every month, like newsletter or whatever, they have like holidays and stuff. And they had everything. They had National Donut Day. They did not have Pride Month. And I was like, they had National fucking Donut Day. I didn't even fucking know like about no fucking. Who gives a fuck about a fucking donut? What the fuck? And I had to address it, which was kind of like
Really?
scary as fuck because it was my job and like I needed it to survive. But
Are you the only person there that's
Yeah.
part of the? Oh my god.
I literally am. So it was like they're like, ooh. But I still have my job.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, what were you drinking? That
Oh,
looked
I
good as
was
fuck.
drink.
You ate the shit.
taro. Yeah, I
Mm.
did.
Where'd you get it from?
From the place here, Yogo Crazy. Is it what it's called? No.
Kung Fu?
No, Yogo Crazy. Is that what it's called? Or am I mixing up the names?
Bitch, what? Yoga what?
The yogurt place downtown.
Which one? You're talking about Gongcha?
No.
Oh, you're talking about the place that we were gonna go that one time?
Yeah.
Truly. Or
Yeah,
is
there you
yours
go.
Truly?
Yeah.
I love that fucking place.
Yeah.
Even though they will literally like 1 pound of frozen yogurt is like $10. Like
Yeah.
Damn.
That
Like, what the
shit's
fuck?
Yeah, it's a little.
no, they will literally put their arm on the scale and be like, okay, $10. Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
No, that's very true.
no, yeah.
If you're good with confrontation, have you ever had a breakup with someone? Like, was it easy to do or hard to do?
That's a good question. I've only ever had like, for me, sometimes when it's driven, when I have anger driving me, it's easy because I'm like, okay, like I need to get this out. Friend breakups are hard though. I think friend breakups are really difficult.
Yeah.
They usually fizzle out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that next?
Friend breakups?
That's
Yes,
actually-
let's talk about friend
That's
breakups.
actually so juicy to talk about.
Yeah, friend breakups are so fucking difficult. Especially just telling someone like, I don't want to be friends anymore. It's so fucking
Oh my
hard.
god. I've done some fucked up shit.
Oh. Wait, no, me too though. Me too. I've done some fucked up shit. So. Wait, are we gonna share fucked up shit?
I think we could be open about it. It'd be interesting to say, just so I don't know.
Okay.
That way people don't feel like.
I want to preface that I'm an Aries. So when I'm mad, like it's all that's running through my head. Like I'm mad as fuck. We're friends now though. Shout out to Gabby. I love you, girl.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I guess. So back then I wasn't very confrontational at all, and I was the type of person that would just keep everything in. And you really realize that like once you do that with someone, you just literally start building resentment for them. And I started building resentment, and I literally moved to Miami and just ghosted her, like fully ghosted her.
Wait, but if you don't mind me asking, why the resentment?
It was just like little things that I would get mad at, and I just was never able to vocalize that.
Was it about stuff that she wasn't doing as a friend?
It was just
Because people change. Maybe in that time she wasn't.
Yeah,
doing
no,
it
no,
as
no,
friends,
definitely.
etc.
No, I think it was more. It was literally like tiny things, or like we had different characters too. And it was just like tiny things, like things you fight with or your friends. But it was just like it was piling up so much because I never mentioned anything.
Damn.
That one day I just moved to Miami and I was like, okay, well, bye, and then I just like blocked them.
Damn.
Yeah, it was it's actually such an embarrassing
Oh my
thing. I can't believe I
God.
did that. It was a very immature thing. And
Why'd you block them though?
I'm also a person that like if I don't want you in my life, I'm gonna block you.
So you're petty?
Oh damn!
Would you say you're petty?
No, I just love blocking people.
Why?
Because it's like I am very picky and choosy about who I give access to my life, and also like if I'm trying to get over you as a friend or a partner or whatever, I do not want to see.
Yo,
what's
I can
with you.
imagine
I don't want
Gabby
to
just
see what's
trying to
going on
look
with
you up on Instagram, send you a message.
So what's funny is that I didn't tell her that I was gonna block her, and then she texted me was like, so what the fuck was that? But yeah, so it took me like 2 years to like actually like apologize.
Damn.
But I'm a different person. It was a really bad move of mine. But yeah, what about you? What's your fucked up shit?
You go. I'll go last.
I was gonna ask you, do you feel like moving to Florida helped you be more open to like talking to your friends about how you're feeling and stuff like that?
Yes,
How?
so amazing. I began to become more confrontational because I met this girl who was very vocal about her feelings. She was an old best friend of mine. And I just saw the way that like it was so productive for her in her life. And she would also challenge me to talk about my feelings when I was upset with her.
Oh.
And it was just like, I just
friend.
kind of like learned that from her. And ever since I've just been kind of like faking it till I make it. Just like, I'm nervous as fuck, but like, okay, here, I'm going to tell you why you upset me in that moment. But yeah, no, definitely. Especially in Florida, when I moved down, I knew nobody. So the good thing is that nobody had an idea of who I was before then. So I kind of was just like, okay, I'm genuinely just going to like be whoever the fuck I want and just like,
Because they won't know.
because they don't have anything to compare it to. But yeah,
That's
definitely.
nice. Wow, I never thought about it like that.
I feel like in some point in your life, like everyone has to move out of their hometown to be able to like make
Yes,
a new
oh my
version of
God.
themselves.
Please, like I try to tell everyone, move out of your hometown. Just even for if it's like 3 months or something, move out of your fucking hometown, please. It's just so like I mean I'm a whole you know me, Tiffany. I'm a whole different person than I was like before I left, and it's all been because of that and the experiences and all the people that I've met in Miami. But yeah, move out of your fucking hometown.
But you went to Miami.
I went to Miami. It's a little different.
Oh my god.
But yeah, what about you? You're fucked up shit. You were saying.
My fucked up shit. So there was this girl. I shouldn't say her name because who knows if she'll be watching, but she'll know.
Ooh.
But we were friends. Like we were mad close. Like everywhere. Like there was a point in middle school where like she was at my house every day, every fucking day.
Are you trying to figure out who it is?
Yo, I'll tell you after. But basically, she was just my best friend, whatever. But then when I moved to Pennsylvania, I basically did the same thing.
Oh, really?
You did. I just fucking stopped talking to her. I just started ignoring her messages. I didn't block her.
Okay. I wasn't that bad. I didn't block her.
I just stopped talking to her.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just felt also too like I popped off on her. Not really popped off, but I was honest with her. I was just like, you're always being so negative. Like you're not bringing anything good to us in our friend group. So then I just like after that, like she was upset because I was honest with her.
Yeah.
And I remember our other friend that was part of that friend group. She texted me individually after I popped off because it was in a group chat, right?
Ooh.
And then she was just like, she said that emoji because she was glad that I had vocalized and said, you know, like you're always being negative. And she wasn't being a really good friend to me at that time because I was going through a breakup, and yeah. So I moved, stopped talking to her, and then I feel bad because I did coincidentally. Her baby dad, or her mother, her mother-in-law is my mom's godmother. So literally at every family function that we go to, I see her.
Really?
Yes. There's been a few times where like we don't talk to each other, but the last time that I did see her, we did speak, and like I sort of thought we were like cool because I was like, oh shit, because I was drinking, she was drunk as fuck, and her baby, he was getting baptized. That's why we got invited. So it was her kid's baptism that we went to, and I followed her on Twitter. This bitch didn't follow me back, so I was like, damn, okay. So I was like, I mean, I guess I deserved it, but I do miss her sometimes.
Ooh, shout
Just
her
because
out.
like I don't know.
Shout her out.
Well, how many years has it been?
Ooh, it's been a few years. Maybe like since high school.
Would you think about reaching out again?
I feel like me following her on Twitter is me reaching out.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like you would think like, okay, we spoke like after so long, and like I find your I have her on Facebook, but like I follow you on Twitter.
Y'all bitches use Facebook like that?
Barely, but here and there. And she didn't follow me back, so I was like, damn, okay. So I guess that's where that stays.
Have you tried apologizing? I mean, I think you guys were both kind of in the wrong, to be honest.
But what am I gonna, like, I'm sorry for, like, cutting you off after moving to Pennsylvania? Like, how many years ago? I mean, she's a mom. Like, that's why I was like, you know, me being pregnant, I was like, maybe we can relate. Maybe we can, like,
maybe you guys could.
out.
I think you should. I think.
Reaching out.
Yeah.
I just feel like this.
Dude.
It's complicated.
It's done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's complicated. But I do miss you, though.
Ooh.
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean that's the only friend I can really think of. Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how much friend breakups like are feel like you feel it on such a different level than an actual breakup?
Yeah.
It's so strange.
I don't know. I guess it just depends. Just with her, I was really close to her.
Yeah.
I don't have that many close female friends, or barely any. Period. So it's like.
Yeah.
Do you find it easier to make guy friends than girlfriends?
Yeah,
Why?
definitely. Look at them here.
No, literally. Look on the camera.
What makes them different?
Honestly, because I mean, I don't have to talk to them every day. I can just be like, hey, what's up? Not talk to them for a few months and then come back and be like, hey guys, so you guys want to hang out? And it's like nothing has happened.
But girls aren't like that?
No, I don't.
I feel like some girls.
I don't know.
That.
I just feel like there was like this. Like I'm talking too much, but there was this one girl that you've actually met her. So we were like part of a friend group, and there was a point in time where like she would get mad at me because I would hang out with other girls. Like she would not. I guess like because me and her were really close. I guess at that point. And she would get mad because, like, I wouldn't give her the attention. I don't know. For me, that's, like... I always thought that was, like... Just, like, I don't know. Just too much for me. Too much for me.
I think it also depends, like, where you at... Where are you, like, in life? You know? I think some people have certain expectations of friendship. Like, okay, like, we need to have this amount of communication to be, like, good friends. And some people are more like, okay, you know, if we go, like, weeks without talking, I don't mind. We're still good friends.
Right. Maybe that was my fault.
I think it's just a sense of maturity.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's not like you have to talk every second of every day. Like,
yeah.
That's basically a relationship then. She
Damn,
wants a relationship.
Nah, but you'd be surprised. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was just, like, high school shit. Like, high school friendships. Like.
Do I know this person, too?
Yeah. It's people we went to high school with, but, yeah. There's a lot of those females I was friends with, I'm not friends with now.
Do you feel like it's, like, now since you got out of high school and you, like, had the chance to, like, move somewhere else and you came back, do you feel like you don't connect to the same people that you went to high school with anymore? Like, those friendships just didn't last because, like, now you're a different person?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I think I was always like that. I think that's for the same reason why they didn't last so long. They didn't last too long.
Because didn't you leave senior year?
I left junior year. Like, I finished junior year and I finished senior year in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's also... I mean, you know, I think we've also grown, but also, you know, a lot of people have grown too. I know a lot of people from high school who I hadn't talked to since high school, and they're so fucking different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's also always nice to bond over just, like, our experiences, you know, kind of growing up together.
Yeah. I mean, but it just depends, like... We didn't talk for years, but I still hit you up here.
Yeah, no, for real.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't know. But how about you?
Any crazy friendships ending?
Yeah.
I can't think of any, but you made me think of something when you said, like, your friend would get, like, upset when they would when you'd hang out with other friends. Remember, like, I used to be like that. Just because it's
oh
like...
my God.
You're Cancer. That's so
it's like, why am I
you.
not included? But, like, now, like, since, like, maturing now, it's like, you can hang out with whoever. But it's just, like, you don't always have to feel included, you know?
Yeah.
But before, I used to be like, oh, why was I not invited?
I'm surprised, though, because with you having your twin sister, like, I would think, like,
You have a twin?
Yeah.
Like, that's your
dude,
homegirl.
that's crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No, I was going to ask, how old is she? Where is she at?
She's at home. She's supposed to be on the girl pod, but she's busy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like being a twin, like, makes you codependent. And, like, when you, like, get into a relationship, you become, like, codependent on your partner because you've been codependent on someone else your whole life.
Oh, you guys are close like that, you and your
Yeah,
twin?
we're always together, like every second of every day we're always together. So it's, like, weird. Like,
yeah.
I haven't had the chance to ever be alone for a second in my life. So it's like it's like weird.
Yeah.
But like being alone makes me like nervous because I'm never really alone.
So then, and I'm pretty sure I've asked this before, but I don't remember. But how do you feel about that now, like being in a relationship?
I always feel like bad because I'm thinking about her and I'm like, damn, like I don't really see her as much. Like she's probably lonely and stuff like that. But It's like a part of growing up. Like, it's okay to be alone now.
But
like,
not only that. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you go.
I was gonna say not only that, but like, I guess obviously you can't be with Chris all the time because you know you guys you guys have to work and stuff. So like when you are alone, like how do you feel like when you're not with him? I guess. So do you still get that feeling because you were so used to being? Oh.
Whenever I'm not with him, I'm always like as soon as like we leave each other, it's like half of us like kind of like goes away, like because we're super like close. But even when I'm not with him, I'm at home with Michaela, so it's like so I'm really never alone.
You don't feel that.
The only time I'm alone is in the car ride. That's it. But yeah, it's like this year I'm starting to like do things on my own. Like the other day I went to like the store and like walked around and ate food alone. I was like, it feels weird, but it also feels like normal at the same time.
Yeah. That's so cool. I honestly did you grow up close to your siblings? Like,
I mean, I was always like alone, but then again, like
Yeah,
after
too.
being in a relationship for a long time too, like you sort of get like used to having someone there. Like even like I can't be alone in my room because like I'm not really alone because I have my dog. If I have my dog, I'm not alone.
but that motherfucker can't talk. Like,
but
just
still,
the presence of
just
them.
the presence and knowing that they're cuddling with me is like that's like I'm not alone.
Can you like when you sleep like in your bed alone, like can you fall asleep okay, or do you feel like you can't sleep without Steven next to you?
I can sleep without Steven next to me if my dog is there.
So the dog is Steven's replacement.
Yes, basically.
damn, this is the codependent pod. Like, shit.
Oh
Have
my
you ever
God.
felt codependent on someone?
Ooh. No. I guess friends. I don't know if you guys ever have these, but I have like sometimes very intense honeymoon phases with friends when I meet new people. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, we're hanging out from 6 to 7 p.m. today, and then 9 to 10 p.m. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're hanging out all the time, and I think sometimes, you know, because you really do rely on friends sometimes for advice and stuff like that. I think sometimes that's the closest I've ever felt to codependency, but no, I've never had someone that's like I've been so close to like that, you know, were you with your twin or you with your boyfriend or your man. I've had my dog, but I guess I don't know, he keeps moving. Like he will he will lay next to you for 5 minutes and then go like somewhere else. Like he just like he can't stay put.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no, I've never felt that. But I kind of want to.
Aww.
That'd be nice. Who wants to be codependent with me?
He's taking applications.
Yeah, for real. Taking codependency applications.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done for love?
Ooh. Not yesterday. My Aries ass. Oh my god. Ooh. Wow.
That's a good question.
So I'm a slut. No, I think just like driving really far.
How far?
We don't gotta talk about miles. But I guess sometimes when I really like someone, I'm just like, I'm gonna do anything. I'll do anything. I think driving really, really long distances for them. You know, also ignoring red flags is kind of crazy. Like, let's talk about it.
What are some red flags you ignored?
Oh my god, nonchalantness. Oh my fucking god. If I could put every nonchalant man in one room, I would nuke that room. Every one of them would die.
Oh my god. Can we please?
Can we do that? Can we actually? Next pod idea. Put every nonchalant man in one fucking room and explode the fuck out of that shit. I hate nonchalantness, but sometimes I'm just like, okay, no, they do like me, none of this. Even though I'm telling them I love them every 5 seconds, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, hey. I literally, I think that's like one of my biggest red flags, when they're nonchalant. I love men that are just very vocal about their emotions, but, you know, it's 2023, so
oh my
you can't pick
god.
and choose.
What's your red flag?
Mine? Like, oh, of me?
Yeah.
I'm intense as fuck. I'm intense as fuck. Yeah, I'm the type of person, like, on the second day, like, we're going to the chapel and getting married.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm a little intense, and sometimes I need to be put in my place. Like, sometimes I need men to tell me, like, okay, you need to slow the fuck down. Like, you're cute, but you need to slow the fuck down.
But has there been anyone that you've met that has been, like, okay with how intense you are?
yes, and then it's kind of like, oh wait, this is weird. Like, what do you mean you want me, bitch? What do you mean you want me the same way I want you, bitch? What the fuck? Yeah, I think so, but then it's a little too much, and I'm like, okay, you know what? We're having an intense off, basically. Like, we're literally like battling for who's more intense. But it's rare. It's really rare, to be honest. So no.
Have you loved anybody?
No.
Okay.
I haven't. I want to, but also like, dude, I can't do breakups. Or like even like if we've been talking for 2 days and we stop talking, I can't do that shit. Like it's so hard for me. I take that shit so hard. Probably because I'm really passionate when I talk to somebody. Like I'm very like I really do give so much of me. So when it ends, it's like heartbreaking. What about you guys?
No, I feel the same way. Do you feel like you feel that way because you have abandonment issues?
Oh!
I'm not saying point fingers.
No, I get you.
Because like you're putting all this time and emotion into someone for them all of a sudden to like not like be feeling the same way.
Wow. It's hard because I wouldn't even know where that would stem from because both of my parents are very much in my life right now and we have a pretty good relationship. But
what about friends? Like as a kid, did you ever like have a really close friend that left you?
I don't think so. I don't know. I honestly, okay, so yeah, I think I just, you know what it is that my parents have a very healthy relationship. And they have shown me such a beautiful like version of love. I was gonna
ask you that too.
And I think for me, I chase that so much, and also just like in TV and stuff, you know. And it's just like, I guess I just don't really want to be alone.
So is it you that doesn't want to commit, or is it the other person?
Oh, it's always the other person. I'm always down. I'm always down. One thing about me is I'm always down. I'm always down for some commitment. But you know, it's really hard with our generation nowadays. I think everyone's so.
Because of the love language that they were raised with.
Yes, exactly. And also just like
healthy love languages here.
I was reading this book the other day about how like people are embarrassed about love. How like our generation is embarrassed to believe in love now. And I really do feel like I see truth in that. I feel like we don't talk about love enough, I think, as a generation.
Or I think the problem is that we don't normalize healthy love.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like now, like toxic love is like the thing that people look for. Also, I feel like the norm. I feel like people now like instead of talking about love and stuff, it's more of lust. Like they put lust before love. Yeah,
and I honestly like I do that too. I think we all fall victim to that. It's hard in this generation not to. But also love is just scary. It really is like a scary thing. Like
I feel like lust should be more scary. Like sleeping with someone than just instead of falling in love for them.
No,
like,
I can't.
I don't know. Honestly,
I think it's just,
girl, society's weird as fuck.
I think attaching emotions to things and it breaking is so much more, at least for me, more scarier and more harder than like, okay, I fucked and this motherfucker blocked me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, okay, what is he gonna do?
Oh my god, has that happened?
So, and the gay community is kind of crazy. We're very ruthless with like hookups. Hookup culture in like the gay community is fucking. It's scary as shit. Like that shit is ruthless as fuck. Like, yeah. But also, I've done blocking too. Like after a fuck, like right after I like close the door. I'm like, bye.
Do you feel like you can sleep with someone and not have any like emotional connection to them?
Yeah.
How do you?
No? Really?
I feel like if I do sleep with someone and like afterwards I'm gonna have a connection.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like I can't do it without like there being any form of a connection.
I think for me, I just focus on the fact that for me it's fulfilling a sexual desire. It's like, okay, like I'm hungry, I'm eating, okay, I'm full. I don't know. I mean, okay, depending how you are, because like I remember I was fucking this one guy and then he would like stop and like be really romantic and I was like, and then I cried. But like if you do shit like that, okay, that's a different thing. But like I've had very casual hookups where it's just like, okay, we're both hungry for sex.
That's it.
Let's just fulfill that desire for each other, and then that's really it. But I get it. I understand that sometimes, especially like it's just very vulnerable to be able to share your body with somebody.
Yeah.
But But yeah, I think it just depends on person to person.
Right.
What about you?
No, I think I tried to once and it just went really bad. I felt really guilty about it after and was having like a whole like
Really?
a whole breakdown. Cause
What'd you feel guilty about?
Sleeping with him and not really liking him.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know. I guess it was just like a rebound and I was just trying to get over my ex. I was like, I need to move on. This is like, it's about fucking time, Tiff. So I slept with the guy. I was like, whatever, cool. And I guess he was trying to talk to me, but he was broke. And I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work out. This is definitely not gonna work out. But yeah, it was just like, I don't know. Like, I literally, like, after it happened that same day, he left or whatever, I just started crying. I was like, yeah, no, this doesn't feel right.
Wow.
It was really weird. It was just really weird. But yeah.
That's interesting.
Do you feel like when you sleep with someone, you get a part of them? Like,
Ooh.
like, you know, soul ties and stuff like that?
I would say yes, but not with everyone.
How?
Does that make sense?
What type of sex do y'all be having?
I only say that because, I don't know, I feel like I would feel that, I guess like you said, what is it?
Energy. You feel like their energy.
Only if I really shared a connection with them.
Mm.
If I didn't really share a connection, I was just like, yeah, no, that shit with booty, like, I'm okay, I'm good. There's nothing part of you,
Yeah.
like, nothing of you left
Wow.
in me or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. What is it really, though?
It's like their energy, because, like, when you have sex, you're transferring energy back and forth.
Okay.
So, like, sometimes you absorb their energy, and then they absorb your energy. Like, sometimes, like, if you, like, hook up with someone that has, like, always, like, thinking negatively and is, like, lazy and stuff, like, after you, like, sleep with them, then you kind of start to feel lazy and start to think negatively like they did. It's, like, because they're transferring your energy.
Okay.
I've never experienced that.
But you don't, do you feel like that can happen from just, like, a one-time thing, or do you think it has to be multiple times? Because that's what I mean, like, you gotta be emotionally connected to someone in order to
I also feel like it's
energy,
just, it
right?
really depends on the people and what they are kind of giving during sex. You know what I mean? There's people that genuinely, like, will very much show that they're only there for that and that reason only. And then there's some people that are like, okay, you know, I'm here, but, like, I'm down if you want to, like, I don't know, get married or something. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it just depends on the people, because I've definitely fucked around with people like that it feels very much like, okay, this isn't something that isn't just physical to them or just like a, you know, one-time thing for them. And then I've also had the flip side too. But yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I've never heard of that before.
Really? Also, thinking about what you said before, how you, like, drove super far to meet up with
yeah.
people, do you feel like you put, like, your partners on a pedestal?
Bitch, you read it. you did your like fucking investigations or some shit about this shit. You like interviewed every guy that I've ever talked to. Oh my god, yeah. I do. I think I just like, I'm a very passionate person. And I love showering with people with love. And I guess that's just something I do every time I talk to someone. It's like I just like put them so high up, and it's like.
But in what way? Like the way you prioritize them?
Yes,
or?
They're like top priority to me constantly, and it's like, I mean, you know, let's be real. Sorry to the men in the room. With men, it's God, for them to put you at the high priority is like fucking hell. Like I have to fight. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just. I don't know. It's really hard, but I definitely always will put them they're just like at such high importance for me, where when I'm talking to somebody, and then it's like it's never really reciprocated. Yeah. So I think that's like a big red flag of mine.
Do you think it's because you put so much love into someone?
I do, yeah. And then I sometimes justify the lack of love on their end. Because I'm like, oh, no, they're just a man. It's fine. They're just a guy. They're just, like, they don't know how to express emotions. And sometimes that's true, but also, like, you know, there's points where you're just like, okay, this is not going to suffice for me. This is not going to, like, this isn't, you know, because sometimes you have to remind yourself, even though it's kind of scary, there really are people out there that will show you the amount of love that you want, you know?
Sure.
But sometimes when you're dating around, it's like, damn. Nonchalant man after nonchalant man, like, oh my god. Yeah, the amount of times that I would be like talking to guys and I would like literally block them because I'm like, okay, they're not into me, and they'll be like, what the fuck, why'd you block me? And I was like, you literally like send me one word messages like you're not into me, and they're like, no, I literally really liked you. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Y'all are evil. Like, y'all are stuff for the devil, bro. But yeah.
I don't know. I can't really say. Like, honestly, I feel like I didn't really talk to anybody like that.
Really?
Yeah,
Lucky
I can
bitch.
count. I can literally count on my fingers, like the
You
amount
lucky
of people.
bitch. You're
Not even.
putting it in my
it's just
face.
like, but it's like, damn. Because sometimes, like, I hear stuff that my coworkers tell me, right? About like their boy drama and stuff, and I'm like, girl, like. If he wanted to, he would. Like,
stop. That's literally the
let that man fucking go. No, I'm so fucking serious. Okay, like, yeah. It amazes me where I'm like, why? Like, obviously, I can't really say much because I haven't been out in the single world for a while. But I would like to think that because I know what a good man is, like, I would definitely have high standards and know what to expect from a good guy.
Yeah.
You know, like, no, like, that's a red flag. He not doing this? Okay, bye.
Dude, if he wanted to, he would is literally to me like the most painful phrase ever.
No,
like,
but it's fucking true.
It's so true. But it's so amazingly grounding, and it's like sometimes you just don't want to be grounded. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I'm talking to somebody and they're barely giving me shit and I'm giving them everything, sometimes I don't want to be grounded. But no, that phrase literally is so powerful, so amazing. I remember the first time someone told me it, I just like stood there in awe for like 5 minutes because I was like, yo, if he wanted to, he really would. Like, that's crazy.
No,
that's some Shakespeare shit.
Because, like, not to put my friend's business out there, but she was telling me about some guy that so there's two guys, right? The old guy who's not really giving her the attention that she wants or that she's seeking. The second guy that she just met, right, not too long ago, but he took her out on a date, you could say, and he's texting her throughout the day asking her how her day was. Meanwhile, she's still waiting for a reply from the other guy. And I'm like, you see, girl? And I'm like, and you still want to talk to old homeboy there? Because he's not it.
But there's also that chance, like, the new guy's just, like, putting all his energy in now, but, like, once he gets her, it might, like,
oh my god, yes.
Because I always see that happening.
That does happen.
They buy you flowers, they, like, talk to you every second of the day, call you, ask how you are, and then once, like, you settle down, then it's, like, barely texting you, don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing. I hate when that happens.
What's the likely of that happening versus a guy who let's say maybe you're talking to for like 8 months and then he finally asks you out, and mind you, he's like like barely texting you back.
Damn, bitch, 8 months.
Barely giving you attention. And
Say you stick if in 8 months I don't.
Let's say you stick around, and what's more likely to work out though? Like, obviously people change, like you said. Like, you know, you get the girl after and you stop trying. But what's the likely of that? Versus the guy who didn't try at all. After 8 months, he finally makes you his girl. Like, versus, like, what's the chance of him being better versus the guy who did that from the beginning?
Ooh. Well, first of all, 8 months is crazy. 8 months. If I don't have a 3-bedroom house, like white picket fence house and kids, I don't like. My 8 months.
Oh my god. I don't know.
Okay, so you were saying between either the person that waits 8 months and then what was the other one?
The other one versus a guy who does it right from the get-go.
I just feel like,
which is rare. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's rare.
There's not that many guys that do that shit.
But I feel like it's so necessary. I think a big thing with our generation is that we hold ourselves back sometimes. We can be prideful. I can be prideful. And we kind of hold ourselves back from really, like, being honest with each other about our feelings.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a hard thing. Because, you know, it's really hard to get anywhere when it's like you're holding so much of yourself back. So I feel personally like when someone is really giving me their all in the beginning, I think that's such a good sign. I mean, as to if they're going to keep doing that in a couple months, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know.
That's a really good question. That's like a fucking like open-ended question on like the SAT.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just shit is crazy out here.
How's Steven?
He's good.
Really?
He's good. Yeah, he's out with my brother right now.
Oh, they're cool like that?
Yeah, which I really like. because I'm like, you know, my brother needs it. He always tells us, because since it's just like me and my sister and him growing up,
Yeah.
he was just like, there's always a bunch of females in this house. There's no men here. I'm like, okay,
How's your dogs?
you're fine. Yeah.
I love your dogs. That bitch was gripping onto that flauta for dear
Oh my
life.
god! Did
That
you
shit
see,
was so funny.
Did you see my other dog who looked fucking crazy?
Yeah, yo, they would they were just running around the like wet grass.
No,
or some
that shit was fucking funny. That picture you took of my dog with the
No,
float
it's
in
funny
his
as fuck.
mouth. I'm
That
trying
was
to
funny
find
as
a
fuck.
picture of them, cause they got a haircut.
Oh really? What are they? They're like Shih Tzus or some shit.
No, they're Yorkies.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you put Steven on a pedestal?
Honestly, I mean, I would like to think that I don't know. That's kind of a hard question. Because I want to say, like, I do prioritize him. I personally think I prioritize him. Because I'm like, if I have free time, who else am I going to spend my free time on? You? That's why he be getting me tight sometimes. Because sometimes I get it. Like, every guy wants to hang out with his friends. But it's like, no. You should want to be with me. Not your fucking friends. Like...
Oh, bitch. That's not...
I mean, maybe a little bit now. Like, I guess because we're about to have a kid. You're barely going to have any time. But it's like... I should be your free time. You know what I mean? Because we both work. So it's like, nah.
Do you feel like you're clingy?
The laughing behind the damn camera. What's funny, y'all? What's funny?
Do you feel like you're clingy?
I think I'm definitely clingy. But I think I'm openly, like, before I feel like I wasn't that open about it. But I feel like now I can just be like, whatever. Like,
I love when a bitch can admit that they're clingy.
like, I just want to be with you all the time. But, like, yeah, honestly, I think I am.
That's okay, man.
I don't know, because I feel like I haven't been able, like, I've noticed recently, and I guess I'm really not really alone because my baby's in my belly, but it's not like I can talk to my, well, I guess I can. But anyways, like, I don't know, I feel like I can't really be alone. Like, just by myself.
I mean, definitely. I mean, y'all are so far into the relationship. Of course, you're gonna feel like
I think
weird
so.
being alone.
Yeah. Even though, like, but I'm always doing stuff, so it's like, I guess I always avoid being alone.
Oh, you're gagging yourself right now.
Yo! Oh my god.
That baby's in the belly like...
But how about you?
Yeah, I feel like I put Chris on a pedestal. But like I know and I accept the fact that I do it, and I'm trying to tell myself like to like lower it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Just because it's like I feel like if for example like I would be hanging out with my friends and all of a sudden he texts me saying, hey, want to hang out, I would be like, all right, I'm coming over, like, bye friends. Wow. But like if it was him, like yeah, he would come over, but he would be like, oh, like I'm busy right now, like maybe later. And I'm like, okay, like I feel like I shouldn't feel like upset about it because like obviously he has a life and I have a life.
Yeah,
but it's because I put him on a higher pedestal. I need to like lower it down just because it's like we both have things to do. Like
well, again, you're choosing how to spend your free time, and that's choosing to spend it with him versus you doing something for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get it. That's what I'm saying. Like that's my point.
I think it's so easy to get lost in someone. It's so easy to let like infatuation just like kind of narrow your vision, and it's just like, okay, this is all that my life is about.
Yeah.
That's something I suffer with so much. Like I literally, when I'm talking to someone, it's like, oof, they're like all I can see, all I can think about. Blah, blah.
No, I feel the same way. Like literally, like I'll text him like instantly. I'll respond right away.
Yeah.
I don't respond for people for like 2 weeks, a month, and it's just
baby,
like,
no.
and like, or like when I'm with him, like we'll just be hanging out, and I won't go on my phone at all. When I'm not with him, I'm always on my phone, calling him or texting him around other people, and I'm just like, I feel like that's not good.
No, it's not. I think it's sometimes you have to really put yourself in a reality check and realize that like, there's more to life.
Trust me, that shit will change. It's like that now because you guys aren't together all the time. When you guys are together all the time,
really,
you'll enjoy that little bit of space. You know, just a little bit, just a little.
We're gonna have to bring him out.
This is the honeymoon.
So now we're gonna be bringing out a special guest.
Wait, do you think we're still in the honeymoon phase?
Yes.
Really?
Oh.
But it's been.
I only say that.
Wait, how many?
Because that shit. I'm not saying it goes to fucking shit when you guys move in together, but I'm saying like I consider dating, like, before, like, moving in together is still the honeymoon phase.
Wow, really?
Because there's still a lot of stuff you need to learn about the other person
Yeah.
once you live with them. That's when shit.
I can see in your eyes you live the hard way. So now we're gonna bring out Steven. Thank you, Steven, coming out.
No,
Wow.
I mean, there was a lot of stuff that I learned about him while living with him, especially during COVID and the lockdown and stuff. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Wow. You know, I never thought about that because I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I guess there are parts of the honeymoon stage. You know, like the beginning of it's like fucking hints. Like, yo, the beginning of a honeymoon stage is better than Coke. Like, you get the feeling is a million times better than Coke, like a Coke rush. Not that I've done Coke, but no, yeah, I think the intensity of the beginning of a honeymoon phase.
yeah,
Oh my god, that's just
for
amazing.
sure.
Do you think you ever feel that way?
Like now, like from like the honeymoon phase.
Or do you ever like, you know, get to that high?
I would think like usually my favorite parts, especially, would be like I don't know if you would consider like honeymoon phase, but like us just smoking. Like that was like now
really?
thinking like how sober I've been for like the past few months, like us drinking and like if I want to go out, he'd be so down. Like that's what I love about him
really
because
cute.
like you know he's my club buddy. Like let's go to the bar and drink. Like he'll be down, even though he's not much of a drinker, but it would still be fun. Like I don't know. He's not. He's more. He's a pothead.
Didn't he take like a couple shots of Casa?
Oh no, because he did it for me.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
But like I don't know, it's just fun going out with your partner and like I think that's what I really enjoy about him because he's down for whatever.
My jealous ass over here.
Yo. Yeah, because there's some. I'm sorry. There's just sometimes like some partners are sometimes like polar opposite when it comes to like going out. Like some of them might want to go to like a club or like a bar, and the other person is like, well, like I don't want to do that. Yeah. And I'm like, I think that's why me and him get along so well in that part.
Ooh, wait, so who's who?
What do you mean?
Like who's like in that? You say you guys are like you guys have moments where you guys are polar opposites. Like what are you guys opposites
well,
of?
Mostly like I'm always down to go out and have fun, to like drink and smoke and whatever. He's more like a stay at home chill like, but he doesn't mind. Like if I tell him, hey, like we're going out to this spot tonight, he's like, okay.
I need a homebody so I know he's not gonna cheat on me.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that. Like
get yourself a gamer boyfriend. You know he not.
No, I need a gamer boyfriend. No, true. Because the only thing you gotta worry about is that damn dog. Like that damn dog that you got.
What were you gonna say?
I feel like you'll find your person when you're least expecting it. Like it's.
I hate that, but it's so true. Oh my god, I fucking hate that. I literally hate that so much.
But that's usually how it happens, and
No,
it's usually someone
does.
like if you have like really high standards, like you want a person that looks like this and acts like this, it's usually like someone opposite than that.
So I didn't know I was gonna come here and get gagged today.
Oh
wow, that's
God.
crazy. Wow. Yeah, I feel like it really does come when you're not expecting it. Like I think when I go through my periods where I'm like, okay, I'm off dating apps, I'm not talking to nobody at a fucking bar, is when it comes to me and I'm like, oh fuck. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to say it comes to you randomly, but I don't know. Good feelings like bad because sometimes some people don't like. It takes them a while to find like their like significant other.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It does. It does. Yeah.
That's I'm like damn.
How long did it take Steven to ask you to be his girlfriend?
He's crazy.
Was he the 8 months?
Yeah. No. It took him like a week.
Oh.
Of just knowing each other. Yeah, I mean we're here together now.
I love
but that's why I was just like, fuck it, whatever.
No, true.
I was like, I'm like, in my head I was thinking, I'm like, this is me moving on with life. Like, where is this gonna take me? It's been a while since I've been with anybody. But he asked me. Well, he didn't really ask me. It was more so like, you're my girlfriend now, right? Yeah.
Oh, you ate that shit up. Steven, you ate that shit up.
I was like, I guess. But honestly, I think it's because, I don't know. I don't know why he did it so quick. He was just like, well, we both knew what we wanted. I was like, yeah, sure.
I love that, though.
But yeah, that's all.
I love a man that's so loud about wanting you.
Probably. Maybe. I don't know. He's very different from the men that I've dealt with, sorry. But even then, like, honestly, like, even when I was single and still living here, there were guys, like, here and there, but, like, none of them were interesting. And none of them asked me out, like, on a date, like...
Finding men that are interesting is kind of hard, too. We didn't talk about that. The amount of times I've been talking to a guy and I'm like, okay, yes, he's boring. Yes, like, I actually, like, hate talking to him, but, like, I love him. That's my man. Like, no, dude. Oh, my God, there's so much uninteresting... The men behind the camera, like, right now. There's so many uninteresting men out there. Oh, my fucking God. Like...
What do you think is one thing that you have to have in a guy? Like, what's one thing that you're like, this, they have to be like this? Like, I would say they have to be goofy. Like, at least funny in some way.
Yeah, I think they have to be funny. And they have to be, I think, some level of passionate. Like, they have to be some level of, like, emotionally driven.
Okay.
I'm so tired of having to pry shit out of men. You know, like, I am tired of having to pry, like, you know, what someone's feeling out of them, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's also a big thing for me, too. But I think humor is huge. Oh my God, an unfunny man? Death. Like, what the fuck is your point? Like, why are you here, bitch? That's great. What about you?
I would say the same thing. I think now that I know what, like, a healthy love language is, I think that would definitely be it. But obviously, you know, sister gotta work her herself, too, but...
Yeah.
That's another conversation for another time.
But you said you want someone that, like, is, like, they can talk about their feelings, but beforehand, like, you said you didn't really talk about your feelings with your friends. So what if that person that that is supposed to be your, like, future partner is someone that doesn't talk about their emotions and you have to teach them how to talk about their emotions?
I think it's just also about willingness. Like, when I was telling you that I used to not be able to talk about my emotions with, like, friends and stuff, and I learned that from a friend, it was because I was willing to learn it. You know what I mean? I saw that it was, like, such a productive and, like, amazing trait to have. But some people aren't willing to. Some people are like, okay, like, I'm going to sit here and not talk about my emotions with y'all, and, like, this is how I'm going to live my life, period. Mm-hmm. And that's, I think, something that is a real big red flag. Mm-hmm. Not understanding that, you know, maybe the way you are coping is not productive or healthy at all. And also I think men, you know, and I think this comes from so many things in society, just like they feel so held back to talk about how they're feeling. And, you know, like a lot of it's really not their fault, really. But I think it's just about being willing to open up. It's scary as fuck, but being willing to open up and understand, like, okay, this person is here to actually, like, listen to what I am feeling or want to talk about. But yeah.
I feel like it takes time.
It does. And it takes a lot of trying.
Yeah.
Like, even, like, the little things, just saying, like, oh, I feel happy right now. Or I feel this right now. It's just, like, baby steps. And then you get there one day.
Yeah, I saw this video online talking about, like, the difference between openness and vulnerability. How, like, all of us are open, we're willing to talk about, like, anything, but none of us are, like, vulnerable.
Damn.
Able to, like, say, like, things that, like, are actually bothering us.
That's true.
And it's like, true. Yeah, like, we should all say something that's be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Do you mean, like...
right now, everybody.
Right now?
Yeah.
Do you mean, like, with people in general? Like, any kind of relationship, like friendships?
Yeah, like, not even that, but,
family.
like, even, like, talking to coworkers and stuff. Like, I feel like it's hard to be, like, vulnerable.
So who's first? Y'all looking at me like...
Give an example.
Like, for instance, like, if you had, like, a test. Like, you were vulnerable with me when you had the test for your job. And you told me you were nervous about it. That's being vulnerable. Telling someone, like, how you feel before it happens.
And it's always, like, you know what's vulnerable when you're kind of scared or you want to hold it back because of the way it may make you look, or, like, you don't want the person to see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think sometimes, like, pride is, like, very big, too. Like, you know, I think there's not many things that... There's a lot of things that some people won't want to admit.
Or, like, reality of stuff?
Yeah. Or just even, like, how people are feeling and shit,
I can definitely... Oh, yeah. I think a good example...
Oh, shit.
I would say... No, I'm going to be honest, because this is how life is. So, me with, like, trying to start my beauty business. Ooh. So, like, it's a very vulnerable thing to do.
Yes, it is.
Because, look, I'm going to just say it how it is. no one's perfect until they practice. Until you practice, right? You have to practice to be better at what you're gonna do, whatever it is that you're gonna specialize in. And I'm like, people are always gonna critique you, and like not that anyone's ever openly critiqued me, but I'm like, you know how the world is. You do something good, they're still gonna critique you. You do something bad, they're still gonna say something. But I'm like, I feel like me just doing that, it's very scary all the time just thinking about it, because that shit takes time.
And it's also like, you have to depend on everyone else. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm putting this out there, but it's like, I need y'all to be able to like keep going with this.
Exactly. But I mean, I would like to think that over time, and just being active and like just making content, like, like still doing it regardless. But
yeah, I mean, if it's a passion of yours, I think.
Exactly. But just know, like, me doing that is a very vulnerable
thing. I understand that. Like, making content for it and shit, and like advertising it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would just
feel like it's draining. Like, your energy, because it's like you're trying to think so positively about it, but sometimes like you feel like negative. Like, am I doing the right thing?
Yes.
Like, why isn't it happening faster?
Yes, and that. Definitely. I would say it's definitely draining, because obviously, your girl gotta work a full-time job to still pay her bills. So like having to like work, and then also having to like be on top of me trying to like build my beauty business, and trying to be active, and trying to make content, and trying to still work, doing that on the side, right? Not just my 9 to 5 Monday through Friday job. Like, that takes up literally, like, I get like 4 hours after work. Next thing I know, it's like fucking time for bed, and it's like, damn, like, where the fuck do I find this time? But it is very draining, because it's like, well, if I don't do this weekend, then when am I ever gonna do it? When am I gonna sit down? Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think it's a vulnerable thing, but it's also such a beautiful thing, because it's like, that's a passion of yours. That's something that you actually, I think I would hope that like sometimes the satisfaction that you're following a passion of yours might outweigh the fear of how vulnerable you're being in that moment.
Right. I mean, that's the thing about when I go to work. I'm like, bro, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I mean, my boss is amazing. Don't get me wrong. He be getting me tight sometimes, but I'm like, bro, like, I can't wait till I leave this fucking job and I'm completely done. I mean, that's the goal. But yeah, I would say that's an example.
Sure. I was actually gonna hit you up because I want a facial.
Just hit me up. I'm actually really excited because I ordered some new products, so I can't wait for them to come in. Yes. Just to FYI, so like the new products that I ordered, they're supposed to be like, they're like organic. It's like an organic skincare line. So we'll see how that is.
Would you ever make your own skincare products?
I think that I would want to, but I feel like that's definitely something down.
Because there's a lot of like research
science
that goes into that,
to like there's a lot of science to it, and also too, like, as someone who's dealt with acne before, like, I really take that into consideration, right? Mm-hmm. There's stuff that I'm still learning about my skin today, new stuff that I'm willing to try, like, I'm buying stuff, like, you know how those girlies say, like, I'm buying it so you don't have to?
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, how about you guys?
What's our question?
Say something vulnerable.
Ooh, okay. Do you want to go, or you want me to go?
You can go.
I think. Oh, not y'all sitting back. Damn. I think I'm in a place in my life right now. So I think when I came back home this summer, I kind of came to a realization that I was ready to start settling down with people, because I was so fed up. I was fed up with like meeting so many new people and going on dates and stuff, and you really do get stuck in that mindset of like, damn, is this ever gonna happen? Like, or is this ever gonna work out? Is this ever gonna end well? Because sometimes when you're in the thick of something with somebody and it ends, it's like, it's so hard to believe that like, oh, something better is gonna come, or something else is gonna come after. And I think that's where I'm at right now. I think I'm definitely like trying to teach myself that there's things that are gonna happen, but I think I'm definitely feeling very lonely and very disenchanted sometimes. especially when you go on dates and it's just not it, or when you talk to someone for a while and it just doesn't work out the way you want it to. It's just like, damn, I really don't want to try more. But it's also like I'm lonely and I want love and I want to experience those things with people.
Right.
Yeah, that's my moment.
And you don't want to let the bad just like, oh
yeah,
this
you
one
don't,
bad
but
date
it's also
mean like,
so exhausting. Oh my god, I'm so tired of meeting new people and going on dates. I'm so tired.
Aw.
I'm so tired, but it's also like I'm lonely and I want to meet somebody. I want to meet somebody that's going to compliment me. Yeah.
Do you meet I guess what is your way of meeting? Or
So, it's so hard in this generation because it's like, okay, dating apps are so fucking annoying, but it's like nobody's really going up to each other. Like it's hard to meet people without it. So I think that's my way of putting myself out there. But just at events too. Like, I love meeting a good person at a bar. Oh, I love that shit. Or like a club. Oh, I love that.
Oh my god.
Meeting somebody at the club. That's what God intended life to be. Meeting somebody at the club. No, but yeah. I think that's where I'm at.
Okay.
I would say my vulnerable thing would be I'm still processing like being okay being alone, which we talked about earlier, just because it's like it feels like super lonely when you're alone. Like it feels like wrong. But it's just because like I'm not used to it. And another thing, since we already talked about that as one of my vulnerable things, I'll say something else. My vulnerable thing is I feel like I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Like, because like right now I just work at like a regular job, but like I have my goals of wanting to work in film, but sometimes it's like I don't feel the energy to want to do it, so I just feel like stuck.
I feel like dismotivated.
Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah, I think it's so easy to get stuck too when it's like things aren't going your way.
Yeah,
and also you see shit online and like people getting your dream or like
right.
It's just, yeah, of course, I think it's so easy, especially like now, like if you're working just like a regular ass job and like doing regular ass shit, it's so hard to just think that like maybe one day I could be there.
It's also like hard because you like blame other things, but it's like it's your own fault, but it's like, why do you blame other things for why it's not like working out or why it's not like changing?
Yeah, I think it just takes a lot of discipline. Discipline is you telling yourself, no, like, I'm gonna keep pushing, pushing.
But that's not fucking easy at all.
Oh, no, especially when you work a fucking...
And I think, like, in some way, you need to hold yourself accountable when you're not... Is there a leak? Oh, okay. I've been, like, seeing just water dripping from the ceiling, and I was like, okay. I was like, maybe that's just, like, something he just does here.
Also, it's gonna die in 9 minutes.
Okay. All right, so we'll wrap up.
But... yeah, I think you also need to be nice to yourself and realize, like, okay, it's fucking tough as shit to discipline yourself to get to where you want to be. But I get you. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
Thank you all for sharing.
But it was nice having you on.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I love being here.
Right.
I love being at like every new location y'all got. Like, every time y'all open a new location, I'm at the new one.
Oh my god.
I love it. Even if the ceiling is dripping water, like I love it.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys.
Bye. Oh my god.